We have two podcasters here who are NPCs. See what I mean?
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black Sea Theory. If this is your first time tuning in and this is your first time watching this episode, it would mean a lot to us if you can follow or share this video and also follow us on our socials. I think later we will just put it all down there in the bottom. And it's been a while. We have taken a small little break from our episodes, and this is also a quite an important episode. Sorry, this is also an important episode because finally we have reached at least 10 episodes for now. Technically, we have done more than 10 episodes, but we are not going to go into that. So we are just going to touch on our 10th episode. And for today, we have a guest that
who's going to mark our return glorious.
that's one thing. And this guest is actually, before we can introduce him thoroughly, this guest was introduced and was pointed out by Prakash. I think he became a fan of our guest and his outbursts, his opinions towards classical and vintage cars. I think that he's only focused on that, but it might be even more. We don't know until we speak to him much later. And he's got his own platform as well, which is Rev Cut.
We will share here as well.
Yeah, which we will also share. And we have his team member also with us, Mo, which we have been communicating back and forth. Hello, Mo. So, without further ado, let's just introduce our guest, Gerald from Rev Cut. Welcome, bro.
Thank you for having me. It's lovely to be here.
Okay.
It's first time on a podcast for me.
Oh,
Nice
really?
podcast.
Are
Out
you-
for my own.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we start about who is Rev Cut and, what does it stand for?
Simple. The name is Rev Cut, so that means so that's Rev Cut.
Yes.
So why Rev Cut is because initially we had another name called the Final Drive.
Nah. Okay.
Yes. So that why we call it the Final Drive is because it was literally the final gear in the gearbox that was called the Final Drive.
Final drive. Yeah.
So we're like, okay, that's a motoring element. But then 4,000 other people took the name.
It's not catchy enough.
Not catchy enough. So then we're like, why not Rev Cut?
Yeah.
I probably use my Rev Cut every day in the morning.
So, and what do you guys primarily do?
Okay, so primarily we review cars. We review what people do not review. We speak of what people do not speak. So if someone's mentioning fuel consumption, someone's mentioning power to weight ratio, we would mention the type of person that would buy such a car. The type of person that would go to sleep buying that type of car, driving that type of car.
No.
So it's away from the norm of this car has blah 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 blah, blah this one horsepower blah blah blah. It to a point where it's all just reading the brochure.
It is what brought my interest to you guys. So there's a lot of vehicle review sites and channels
Right.
online. And most of them are not reviews. Most of them are just selling you the car.
Yes.
Except for you and maybe another person. I'm not sure if you're familiar. I'll just drop the name YS Kong, this uncle.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Only both of you have these earnest reviews, especially you. And what touched my heart was when you did a video on the E46.
Okay.
Right? Because you were not afraid to you praised the car a lot,
Yeah.
but you were not afraid to point out the flaws in that car.
Yeah.
And I was the E46 owner.
Okay.
And I love the car to death, but it's dog shit.
Okay. 325, 318.
318.
Uh,
And I also had a
sorry for your loss.
I also had a E60 as well,
Okay.
but we'll come to that later. But
Right.
yeah, this is what attracted me, and this is why we decided to talk to him because he doesn't censor himself. He's very honest on his
Thank you.
opinions.
Try to be. We try to be.
So you have this passion for continental cars. Like I said, you spoke about E46. Another particular favorite episode of mine from you is from about the Saab,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So you have this like for the continental cars that are from the 90s,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Maybe pre-2010s, those kind of cars, right?
Pre-2007.
Pre-2007.
Yeah.
So what got you interested in these?
Okay. Firstly, it's to do with my dad.
Okay.
So he got me to BMWs first.
Same.
So he drove an E28. I was with him. He drove an
Wow.
E34. Then I was just looking at the smile on his face. And I was like 11, 12 years old. Look at the smile on his face. I'm like, you're driving just a car. What's the difference between your other cars at home? He was like, BMW. You will know in time. So in time, I knew because when I bought my E34, it was a 5.5 manual. It had the paint job was so screwed up. The interior was tattered, but the engine and the transmission, the driveline was perfect. So when I took it for a first drive, I was like, okay, I had a Laser TX3 at the time.
Mm.
Ford Laser
It's a
TX3.
good car.
Yes, it's a very good car. I did 250 on it.
No.
Damn.
So it can touch that speed. So when I drove that E34, I realized, damn, I love my Laser so much, but this is a whole nother level. This is a whole nother feeling. So a day later, I sold my Laser and I got the E34, and the rest is history. So since then, I've been a BMW fan, from a fan of the 90s and the 80s models specifically.
My dad had an E30. That got me into BMW.
Oh, nice. It's one of those cars where you can bring it up anywhere and people will know you're a car guy.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
What about in terms of like other cars? I mean, what we can understand is that you have this specific passion for BMWs and all that, right?
Yeah.
So, an example like what Prakash mentioned earlier, the sub episode. I mean, not an episode. It was just like an overview.
It was a rant.
Yeah, it was
It was a rant.
absolute rant.
Yeah.
It was like a rant on sub, right? So when these things comes about, when this kind of things that you make and stuff like that, when we look into this, do you specifically enjoy the continental cars, or what is your opinion on like American cars, for example, or even Japanese made cars? Do you have a certain sweet spot or some love for them, or you feel that they are not as per your expectations of a car should be?
The first one, you're right. I have a soft spot for each genre.
I
So
see.
the Germans, I have a soft spot. The JDMs, I have a soft spot. The American cars, I have a soft spot. The American cars, I have a soft spot for their raw, brute noise.
Dodge
That
Hellcat.
That's idle. That's just idle. And then for the JDMs, so that you can never go wrong with turbo noises.
Yes.
You can never go wrong with turbo. You're having a bad day, you come down, you get into your SR20 or RB26 or your 1J or 2JZ, start it up, just give it a blip. One bad day. It all just goes away. So each genre of car has their power in the
I
world.
see.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah. So as you are into these kind of cars, right? Does your work aside from your videos, right? Does they involve continental cars specifically? What?
Oh yeah, daily.
Yeah. So what do you do actually?
I'm an automotive consultant by profession.
Okay.
So what I do is I consult my clients on what type of finish would they like. Meaning, they want a car for performance? Would they want their car for reliability? Would they want their car for more economy? Would they want it more prettier? So instead of you going to a normal workshop and saying, what's wrong? They will ask you and tell you that, okay, this is wrong, you want to do or not? Right?
Okay.
Instead of that, I recommend to you, I think you should do this, but it'll be better if you also do this. So it's going to a much more anticipated car doctor, if you will, for your needs.
How complex is this instead of just being a mechanic?
A lot of psychology.
So how does the psychology work?
With the clients, because most of them say, I just can go to that shop and do it. I just have to tell him,
Yeah.
yes, he just said it. You have to tell the guy. He's not going to anticipate your needs.
Okay.
So when you're telling the guy, so example, front suspension, you have a noise. Kawan, saya ada bunyi depan, boleh check? Okay, low arm. I on the other hand will say, okay, your low arm is on its way out, your tie rod ends look a little bit on the worn side, and your front stabilizer bush is starting to crack.
Okay.
So which one would you prefer to go to? The guy that just says, oh, low arm, mau tukar. Or the guy that's telling you, all right, this is gone, this is going to go, this could go.
So you
Wish I
traded
knew
for that.
you when I had my E46.
Yes, correct. That's what most of the people wish once they tell me about their cars. I have a lot of stories. Like one guy had an E39. Like I swear by the E39, it's the best 5 Series ever made. Full stop.
I really like the E39. Yes.
Yes, I saw 3 on the way here, and I kept smiling. So he had a 525 single van house inside.
Oh.
And when I met him at the gym, I was like, bro, nice 39. He's like, yeah, bro, but engine screwed up lah. I need to change it to a 1J already. I book already. Like, wait, hold up. You booked a 1J for your E39 where your single exhaust has not started to smoke. No smoke yet. Has it started to overheat? No. So why are you changing it? Why are you putting in a 1J?
All right.
So then I said, bro, give me 2 days with your car. If you're not happy, you put back the 1J. Meaning you continue your order and bring the engine in, transplant it, blah, yada, yada, yada. He was like, okay, bro, I'll give you 2 days. So I took 2 days and he probably just sold the car last year and he had it for 5 years with the same engine.
Oh,
Okay. So what, he upgraded to another BMW, I guess?
No, he upgraded it to Kia.
okay. That's
bought a Kia.
interesting. Is he becoming older? I mean, obviously, he's going to be older, but
yes,
what
yes.
age group is that?
He's probably in his mid-30s.
Speaking of Kia, what's your opinion on Korean cars?
Good for Grab. That's it. Good for Grab.
No. Okay.
Okay, going back to your customer base, right? For example, you have you cater to a specific need of customers, right?
Yes.
But do you find that a huge challenge when you see every average Malaysian out there? Like example, like myself, I would see myself as just a normal consumer of cars. I just want my car to be taking me from point A to point B. So, do you have do you strategize yourself to bring this kind of one-dimensional customers to explore their mind, or do you feel that you're content with whatever clients or contacts you have?
Okay, so for any type of clients that seek me out, I will have to study them very fast upon the first conversation or the first meetup.
All right.
I got to study them very fast to know that if I'm speaking the right stuff, they like to hear the right stuff, and we are on the right stuff.
Okay.
Instead of, I'm not listening, trying to just get the business and move on.
Yeah. Okay.
So I need to completely be in tune with the customer. So he'll say things like, okay, I have a small smell coming into the cabin. Power is not so much, and I don't know. The suspension just feels like a bucket of bolts.
Okay.
He'll just come in with that, and I have to say, all right. So we need to check this one by one. And the biggest thing is not turning them off from the behemoth of a price point when you come in, when you quote them.
Yeah, right.
So most of them got conned with other people. And then they come to me after they've been conned and say, Gerald, try not to con me. I'm like, Mike, fine lah.
I mean, it's a common problem, especially with continental
Yeah.
mechanics lah. There's a lot of them who are not straightforward. I've experienced that. Yeah.
So it's just a war, basically, end of the day, of knowing what the worth is in your diagnostics, knowing what they want, and hopefully everything parts amicably after the end lah.
So you mentioned continental cars prior to 2007. So what's your beef with the cars after 2007?
Too much plastic, too much. There's a type of smell that you suddenly get post 2007 BMs and Mercs like, hey, recycled plastic. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I was wanted to bring that. So, I mean, I okay. Prior to 2007, yeah, of course they were great cars. But
And
I had
one more thing.
No worries, yeah.
One more thing. If you make your hand in both of you guys make your hand into a fist and punch any car on the fender post 2007.
Oh yeah, okay.
You will go back and sleep. You will go back and shower. The car is gone. Try doing that on an E34 or E39.
Even an E30.
Hospital
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing which we wanted to bring up, which was the the design language of these cars, right? Okay, I have a soft spot for cars from the 70s.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Nice.
So when you want to talk about, for example, the Datsun 531,
Oh,
right? The
531, 510.
531. And then my ultimate soft spot is actually the BMW 2002.
Ooh, the TI.
Right?
Or is it the TI?
I mean, either one. I mean, they're the same car, lah, essentially, right? Except for the. So I have a soft spot for those kind of boxy, and they have visible bumpers, right? And now you see the design language is as such. And I mean, what happened?
Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence for the death of design in the automotive world.
Yeah.
Where were you? You said something about the 70s, right, just now?
Yes.
What about that again?
Boxy
Yeah,
shape.
okay, you have squareism. It's a disease. I also have squareism.
Uh,
It's the love of square cars that we cannot get rid of.
True.
Like you can put a Koenigsegg Regera in front of us.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, nice.
It's nice. Yeah.
Put a E34 Touring in front of us.
Better.
Ooh.
Same. I like. I even like, for example, the Lamborghini Countach.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes.
But if you put that beside even Datsun 531, right? I'm gonna look at the Datsun 531.
Yeah, I'll hop in the Lambo. I'll hop in the Countach with the fake ass rear spoiler.
But yeah, what happened? Why? I mean, nowadays you see the fenders and the bumpers are all one piece, and most of the time it's just rounded. You know,
Pedestrian safety.
so that's the main focus.
That's the main focus because most of these cars go through the European NCAP
safety.
regulations, safety rating. So most of them are tested by hitting a human being. That would play very well in Australia,
Yeah,
but not here.
it's true.
but can
Yes.
it be also like in another way, like environmentally trying to be safe or
Safer, yes.
Yeah,
Safer, yes.
That's the
Pedestrian friendly.
Pedestrian friendly.
So that's why they abolished pop-up headlamps.
Oh, that's the
That's the
reason. Why.
reason.
What is the reason actually? Yeah.
Because when you pop up headlamps, those edges at the side are
Oh,
sharp.
sharp edges. Yeah.
So when you drive trank and when you get onto the highway
Yeah.
and then you realize there's a pedestrian crossing on the highway,
Why?
why? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Australia. So,
Yeah. Okay.
so then as soon as the bloke hits him,
Yeah.
there's no like, he could be alive. We can't call the hospital. We can't call an ambulance. No, he's literally pronounced dead on the spot. Because that pop-up headlamp was too sharp and it hit his occipital lobe.
Ah.
So yes, pop-up headlamps
I see. Oh my god.
kills
that's-
people.
So okay, you have a soft spot for BMWs, obviously.
Yes.
What's your opinion on Volkswagens?
People's car.
What's the
Let's leave it there.
Why just a people's car?
Okay. For me, it's very simple. When I think of performance, I think of all the Italian greats,
Oh, of course.
followed by one or two Germans and one French. Never, ever, ever do I think Volkswagen, Das Auto. Never.
So when they had that craze of all these GTIs running on the road, what what was that about?
I have let out farts louder than that.
Not a fan,
You
obviously.
mentioned
Where's the art? Where is the symphony coming out from the exhaust pipe? Where is the engineering in the sound of the four cylinder? Take an RS 2000 Cosworth with a four cylinder also, twin cam also,
yes.
twin cam barriers also. See how that's.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Can we pull that up? Can we pull that up to show the people how that sounds?
We will do it.
Can.
We will edit.
We'll do it.
An RS 2000 that's 40 years old sounds better than a Golf GTI.
Yeah.
You mentioned one French car, so what was that?
Bugatti.
Oh, of course.
Ah.
I was thinking, were you going to say Renault or
You don't know, then I can think.
Peugeot, yeah, okay. I have a Peugeot. So,
I
okay.
mean, I find again coming back, the 1970s Peugeots were beautiful. I think
Oh,
they
yeah.
were nice.
Oh, yeah.
Peugeots after, I think even after 2000s,
Yes,
were,
yes.
yeah, like I have no idea what happened.
Peugeot was briefly, very, very briefly in Formula One.
Yes.
Very, very
I followed
briefly.
Formula One for
Yeah.
a long time. Yeah, it was very briefly there. Yes,
Do you know Lamborghini was also in Formula
Yes.
One for 1 year?
for 1 year.
1 year.
Was that the time when they had turbo engines? Right? No.
No, that was still naturally aspirated V12s, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I see.
So the good old days.
Favorite F1 racer?
That's a deep one, but I'd have to say Ayrton Senna de Silva.
I like Ayrton Senna, but I love Kimi Räikkönen more.
Oh, Iceman.
Yes.
Iceman is next level.
I don't care about how much
Nelson
they win.
Mandela making a speech, he's taking a shit.
Yes. So I don't care how many medals they win. He's crazy. That's what I like.
Did you hear how crazy he was with Lotus?
Yeah. Yes.
Lotus was doing so badly at the time. They were like, why not, lah? You 1 point you get, I give you 50,000 euros. He collected 210 points.
I love
Ladies
that,
and gentlemen, do the math. As the Iceman made that much in one season.
So, European cars, right?
Mm.
Right now, how much do you feel they hold up? Because we've seen like BMWs, for example. I think one is the best example I can think of, right? They keep switching models very quickly, right? You don't see the same cars in the road that often anymore. So how's their reliability now? How do they hold up now?
Reliability, well,
Because you see it a lot,
yeah,
right?
yeah. All these companies have changed their sales analogy, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
to profit margin,
Yeah.
reliability,
Profit
and
margin.
probably profitability again.
So how reliable are they then? Realistically,
5 years, bro.
5 years
Ah,
max.
5 years.
So
If you want something more than 5 years, buy a JQ. That's 10 years warranty.
10 years warranty, but does it even hold up?
Never mind, 10 years warranty. Anything, if it doesn't hold up, send it back to showroom. But yeah, I've had so many 212s, F10s, G30s, G20s come in for ECU replacement, module replacement, the seats, the car seats
Mhm.
suddenly need recalibration.
This
Suddenly.
that's ridiculous.
Battery was not replaced, nothing. Suddenly need seat recalibration. I was like, you don't have these issues in an E36.
Yeah.
You don't have this in
Not-
an E39, nor an E60. And these cars are 3 years old, 4 years old, 5.
Yeah. Just so that sense it doesn't
So,
hold up that well.
It's been made to last 5 years, whereas when the same companies, let's backtrack 25 years ago,
Mm.
if they were German, the power, the reliability, the consumption, the economicality of the car, and the build quality, profit. Profit is down here, because they knew at that time, if you sort this out, this will handle itself.
Different mindset altogether.
And
Yeah.
it's-
Did you see the rebrand of Jaguar?
Oh,
You see that?
I
You
did
saw
not.
both of them? Ah.
I did not want to bring it up, but since you brought it up, because I mean, we are not anti, alphabet here.
Yes.
But let's start with your opinion.
They should have just kept it the way it is. Jaguar, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, I'm not a big Jaguar fan by any means, because
But you are a fan of the XJ220.
just can't afford it.
See?
But when I saw that, it really hurt.
Yep.
Because I acknowledge Jags are great cars, right? But when I saw it, it was like, I'm not gonna look at another. I'll look at a Kia instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I swear, when I first saw the advert, I saw how they designed the advert, the car. I was under the impression, wow.
Is it even a car ad?
No, I literally told my wife, I said, baby, look, this is what people on acid look like. Hey.
I think we need to touch on one thing that Prakash mentioned earlier about F1, and it's also based on one of the questions that was left by one of our postings earlier.
Okay.
So one of the questions was, who do you think that will win F1 for this upcoming season?
Oh, who's gonna take the world championship? World drivers championship or constructors?
Drivers.
Drivers.
We start with drivers, then we go to
Drivers.
constructors.
I'm praying for Hamilton because he needs his 8th. Praying.
Okay.
But something tells me that what's the team? Aston Martin. Not Lance Stroll. Not Lance Stroll. Alonso might have a few tricks up his sleeve because Adrian Newey just went to Aston Martin.
Ah, okay. The thing with Alonso is there are some controversial things back then, when he was in Benetton and all that, he didn't really win a straightforward race. But I still think Alonso is a brilliant racer.
Oh yes,
After people like Schumacher and such, because he's smart. He knows how to manipulate his car.
Bro. Before I'm going to tell you guys something that y'all might get chills.
Okay.
Alonso is the only driver on the grid that breathed the same air as Schumacher. How's that? No one else on the grid has breathed the same air as him. no one else on the grid has kept Schumi behind him.
Yes.
Alonso has.
Alonso has.
So when Verstappen comes up his world championship, I'm like, Mike, you're not exactly racing against the best lah.
yeah.
You know, it was a tyre advantage. It was the FIA screwed up. It was all those.
Yeah.
But you had DRS now.
Yes.
Verstappen has DRS now. Same like Hamilton and all.
Yeah.
Alonso did not have.
not.
Schumi did not have that time, you know.
Which is why I don't really watch F1 these days because it's a bit dull. Brake by wire, DRS,
Yeah,
all these kind of
yes,
things.
yes,
Even
true.
I think Kimi Räikkönen complained about brake by wire,
Mhm.
which, you know, it's not exciting anymore. I think you have watched the same time as me
Yeah.
when F1 cars had panel gears.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So,
You can actually hear going in.
so it's not fun to watch anymore, you know. So
Now I just like, if you can do that, you can drive.
Yeah.
Uh,
which you can find on a
Logitech,
Yeah.
Fanatec, all the tech.
yes.
So yeah, I'd say Hamilton second in line, probably Alonso. Alonso needs his third as well. That I would cry if Alonso gets his third championship. Not so much if Hamilton.
He deserves it.
Hamilton has the backing, Ferrari, John Alcon, all that.
Yes.
But Alonso is one of those guys, right? That Paga don't give up, lah.
Yeah, he doesn't give up. He's also brilliant. Actually, he's very smart.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
intelligent
yeah.
racer. Yeah.
He's also a bit of a villain, lah.
Yeah.
He's also a bit of a
He
villain.
had his moments. Like,
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's not Hamilton, it's Alonso. If it's not Alonso, probably I would say I don't want to say Verstappen. I'd honestly rather say Lando Norris.
Okay.
I'd honestly rather say him.
You have a specific beef against Verstappen or something?
He likes to bitch a lot.
I think he's not consistent. That's me lah. I
Mm.
feel he's not
Did
consistent.
you see Hungary last year?
Yeah, I seen clips. Not the full.
He was so cocky. He spent the whole night. That means Saturday AM graveyard shift to Sunday morning race. He spent that whole night sim racing. And during the race, he was so not right in the head.
Yeah.
He hit Hamilton. He spun. He literally lifted up in the air. All because he was too cocky. And he bitches a lot. Too much bitching.
Yeah.
Hamilton doesn't bitch like that. 7-time world champion. He doesn't bitch.
True.
If the crew put him on a strategy, he's like, all right, most to most you get, damn, I should have pitted earlier. I should have pitted later. That's it. That's Hamilton. If Verstappen, if his pit crew tells him, all right, Max, lovely, keep your head down. You don't talk this shit. You don't talk, okay? You put me on a stupid strategy and you want me to win. What bloody bullshit? That's Verstappen. You see it different?
Yeah, lah. True. Speaking of which, since you look at European cars, do you look at two-wheelers as well?
Ducati.
Ducati.
That's it.
But
Just
do you deal
Ducati.
with them?
No.
No lah.
No.
Okay. All right.
Mainly it's all cars. Like,
Mainly all four-wheelers.
This one,
All four-wheelers.
I understand.
Yeah.
Earlier, even before this recording, you had this thing about accents and stuff, right?
Hmm.
And you mentioned to us that you have about roughly 9 accents that you like to alternate every now and then.
Yes.
So can you just introduce all those accents to us? We would like to hear that.
Okay. Which one would you want to hear first?
Go ahead.
This one.
The best one.
Yeah.
The best one is probably Russian.
The worst one.
The worst one, I would say, probably Mexican. Si habla inglés, señor. Pasa. ¿Cómo estás, pendejo?
It's not that bad.
But that's the worst. That's the worst.
What are the other 7 ones?
German, Nigerian, Jamaican, Italian, French,
Afrikaans, right?
Chinese. Yeah, boy. Want to know that? No.
I saw a video of you speaking Afrikaans. Yeah.
That was just me being natural, complete
How
natural.
did you pick those up? You just
Um,
watch videos.
yeah, I have a thing where I can watch someone do something and I can resonate with how they do it and I pick it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's actually not easy also, actually.
yeah, you can say so. But to me, it not to say it comes easily, but it comes through focus.
Very
Yeah.
attentive, I would say.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, let's just move a bit further down.
Yeah.
the pile. I think, am I insulting this brand? But anyways, let's just go on.
Are we doing some brand association? That'll be lovely.
It will come.
Anyways, we have this question. I think one of the questions that we also wanted to ask, a burning question, because prior to this, we also had a guest that was representing the brand, and we had a discussion with him and whatnot. And now we're asking you, someone that's that's very much into continental cars and stuff.
Right.
What is your point of view on our local cars, especially Proton for now? Like, let's not touch Proto. Proto, let's let it slide for a while.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, what do you think about Proton though, over the years? Because before you answer, I did watch one of your videos where you were very passionate about the Saga. I think there's one video of you like
Satria.
Saga. I think you had like one.
Silver one.
No, you were talking about this T-shirt that was being sold.
Oh,
Then you were
okay.
like, so
Okay.
this is my father had this and all this kind of stuff, right? So, what do you think about Proton now?
Now and over the years, I would say lazy.
Over the years. Okay,
They have gotten lazy.
so you're talking about when did they start getting lazy, or
I would say after they decided to abolish the CPS, the Campro and all that,
Mhm.
I would say after that they got lazy.
Okay.
Because I admired the effort when they came up with the Campro, the CPS. They were like,
Yeah, I was about to ask what do you think about the
enough
Campros, yeah.
Mitsubishi, let's do our own
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
Respect.
Makes sense, yeah.
Respect, Proton.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
But should have kept going.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
like if that's why Continental cars, they have technical upgrades.
Mm.
You know, the first gen, any Volkswagen have a gearbox issue.
Yeah.
Then the next model, they have sorted the gearbox issue.
Mm.
So why not just take the same play from the same playbook?
Yes.
You
Why
know,
not, yeah.
police cars, that time the Wajas, when they first came out with Campro, they had a battery drainage issue
Mm.
in the parking lot. So if they park their police car in the station for like 2 days, they could not start their brand new Waja.
Ah,
okay.
okay.
One of my friends was a normal cop. I'm not sure of the ranks and all that, but he was a normal cop that just Ronda and all that before. And he was like, bro, we had the Campro. We sold back all the Campro, brought back the Mitsubishi.
Was it just pure electronics, the
It was-
alternator?
It was electronic issues. It was overheating issues. It was
Ah.
so high in consumption.
Yes,
The-
that I heard, yeah.
The throttle was about 450,000 miles away. So if you press it here, it'll be like, tick.
Ah, okay.
Oh, power. You want power? Okay. 450,000 later.
Yeah, so what the which leads us to the more theory one, because it's going to touch EMAS,
Okay.
EVs.
Which EV? Your EVs in general.
Generally, what do you think about EVs? Generally, I'm not going to touch specifics yet, but we will.
Mm.
So, what do you think about electric vehicles?
Exhilarating, fun to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely around town traffic
Yeah.
and wherever that probably you have a charging station.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, very convenient. But once I hit the highway, I'm going to park this car in the station and hijack another BM or Mercedes that's there and use that on the highway instead. So yeah, I think they're good for towns.
Same opinion, yeah.
They're good for daily commuters, for commoners.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I would say no lah. I prefer checking my water, my oil, my brake fluid every morning. I don't mind.
Have you tried the EMAS?
Yes,
How-
tried it, drove it. It felt exuberant. It felt fast.
Felt fast.
It felt fast.
Because the accelerations on them are generally quite good.
yeah, it felt fast. It was comfortable. The AC was unmatched. Of course, the Proton.
Yeah.
They built the aircon first. Then they're all right. What car do we put on top?
Actually, that's one of the weakness of Continental cars, right? Mostly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The weakest in aircon game. Oh my god, I cannot amplify this anymore. Alpha bloody Romeo.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god, 155, 156.
I've driven-
Aircon went that big, bro.
I've driven
Aircon went that big.
Alpha before, and
Ah.
aircon was. Ooh.
It's good if you're in Italy, you're in
Yes.
Germany, you're in Rome, Europe for that matter. You don't need so much aircon.
Hmm.
And what do you think
Practical,
about the
makes sense.
Chinese brands that are flooding our EV market?
Be honest.
To be honest.
So I don't have any stake on any of the companies. You can.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. None in that Dongfeng, Mongfeng, Hangfeng, all no more. Huh? No, all you sold off already. Lah.
Sold off.
Sold off.
Sold off.
You sold everything.
Yeah. Team Trump.
I say, okay, I'm not to say highly against, I'm like, we have our own people, our own car.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but we don't need you so much here.
Yeah,
Mm.
makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
We have our own car here. We have 2 brands here.
true.
Right? So we have enough to go around. But because China feels that, okay, we bring our company here, then we see if more than 1,000 people buy it, we have something.
Mm.
2 days later, 5,000 people buy it. So they're literally just trying to sell anywhere around the world where they can just make some profit.
Yeah. But what do you think of the quality? I mean, outer shell, fine, it looks, nice, whatever. I mean, whatever passes off as nice. I don't like those kind of shapes.
right.
But what do you think of the workmanship?
Okay, right now it's too soon to say.
Mm.
So all these new up and coming 10 brands
Yeah.
that are on the market,
Yeah.
it's too soon to say that, okay, the door card might just come off, or the steering wheel might start creaking, or the dashboard might suddenly deploy while you're putting on your lipstick in the visor. It's too soon to say all that.
Mhm.
So I would say right now, as is, fingers crossed, everything's still okay. So far, only BMWs are blowing up. Well, China is doing apparently something right.
So how is BMW's EVs actually?
Can I be honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, you should be.
We want honesty here.
I'm going to be full Italian for this. Huh? I don't know and I don't bloody care. It is not my cup of tea. I prefer the M30, the M54 is better.
Have you not tried any of them? No.
I tried a Mini.
Ah,
That's a undercover BMW.
I think the Mini's EV is kind of pointless, but
Yes,
it's my
yes.
personal opinion. Oh, okay. Right.
No, true.
Yeah.
But I just want to try it and see what's the fuss about.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm missing?
Okay,
You know?
makes sense.
So what I did was, true story, I'm not ashamed to say it.
Mm.
Went to BMW in Ara Damansara.
Okay.
From Glenmarie, all of them moved to Ara Damansara.
Mhm.
So went to Ara Damansara, test drove the Mini, test drove another. I hate that. I don't know what
Oh, the BMW.
one of the iXs or whatever lah.
Ah.
Can't bloody remember that for the love of me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, me too.
then after the test drive, I was like, all right, I mean, it's okay. Didn't leave much of an impression. I went down to the parking lot. I was like, all BMWs all ruled by BMs. Charging here, charging there, M here, M4 here, M3 here. And then I see my E36 328. I'm like, let me start you up, push to red line, and see how many alarms go off. So I did exactly that.
Mm.
I floored it straight, hit the limiter, and I had a full custom exhaust in.
Oh, okay.
So it legit sounds like a 36
Like
M3.
Okay.
So when I did that, probably 60% of the car's alarm went off
Oh.
in the parking lot of BMW.
Oh my God.
So I was like, that's all of you for being EVs.
Speaking of sensors,
Ah.
you brought up sensors in your videos as well. So all these new gen cars, right? They're loaded with sensors. Even when I was driving E46, it was already loaded with sensors.
There's a sensor in your seat for the 46 already.
Yeah. Like, do you think they are detrimental generally, or
I can drive my 1979 Ford Escort Mark II to Penang and come back, and I'll still be alive in one piece. So I hope that should answer the question. No one's going to roast you for not having a reverse camera.
true? Yeah. But it's the other things lah. They have this ridiculous sensors. I think a reverse camera is excusable, right? But they have these other sensors within the engine that I feel are very annoying.
Yeah, it's an overkill.
Yeah.
Much of an overkill. The main company that makes the most stupid, would it be stupid? Insensible amount of sensors on an area which you'd be like, huh? Really? It's the passenger and driver seat. The Mercedeses are reading 80 parameters of your driver's seat.
That's-
80 parameters. That means modules after modules, after sensors, after billions of computations, just so the car can know, are you 75 or 80 kilos? Do you like a burger after your meal or what?
So if a module fails, what happens?
Module fails or straight, you'll get
Christmas
one
lights.
warning light is fine, but you get a whole array because all of them talk to each other.
Okay.
So it's like, this fellow don't talk to him. All right, everyone else don't get the message. It's like you're telling him, bro, the sky is blue. By the time it reaches the end, bro, the sky is done.
Okay.
So it's not coming, it's not reaching the messages,
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's too much sensors, too much on overkill.
Slightly touching on this continental cars and whatnot, right?
Right.
Okay, and we're going to go back a bit to EV and stuff. Let's say you are put in a position where the government or the whole world says that, starting from tomorrow, all classic cars or any fossil fuel cars are going to be banned. Close, everything's gone. So you are only going to drive EVs for the rest of your life. What EV would that be? And would you still continue driving, or is your passion for driving merely consist on the fossil fuel cars, or you still can find some pleasure in that EV?
Or you move to capsize.
Give me a rope. Just give me a rope. Done. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. All the cars, Niki Lauda, all of them waiting for me. I'm like, I'll drive one of your cars. Like, it's okay. Here, please. You'll keep it to yourself.
But in reality, you'll never consider
In
it.
reality, if you have to.
If you really have to.
Define have to.
Okay.
Define have to. Let's make it a real situation.
I'll make it crazier.
Make it crazy.
Let's say you get arrested for manslaughter.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Some guy made fun of
Obviously him lah.
Some guy made fun of your BMW.
Okay.
You got angry, you mowed him down, you whack his Smart Fortwo and it's
Okay.
not a safe car, so he died.
Okay.
For some weird reason, his will had whoever will kill me will have to drive a EV. you know?
Okay.
So if you have to drive an EV now.
Okay.
So which brand? Why?
Take your
Okay.
time, it's okay. It's
I think it would definitely have to be a Rimac.
Sorry?
A Rimac. A Rimac Navara.
Why?
Why? Fastest accelerating electric car
Oh, that was the fastest.
in the universe, in the known universe.
I see.
It blows Koenigsegg out of the water.
Okay.
And the same guy, Mate Rimac, he helped Bugatti build their Tourbillon, their latest
okay.
Tourbillon.
Yeah, okay.
So they were thinking, Bugatti suggested, why not, we make it EV, we use your tech from Rimac, make it epic. Then Rimac was like, you want to make a Bugatti into an electric car? Naturally aspirated 16-cylinder, 10 or 11,000 RPM red line.
Okay.
So that's why a Rimac, because of the brainchild of the owner itself, So yeah, I would say a Rimac.
So we're coming to EVs again. That's another question because we have, it is a big brand. So what do you think about Teslas?
Good for roadhead. That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it.
Tried them?
Track.
No. Have you tried them?
Oh, track. Yes, I've tried them. Super fast.
They're super fast.
Super fast. But lacking of a soul.
Yes. That because they look pretty much, that's-
bulky.
they're like iPhones. Yeah.
Yep. iPhones. 5S and I never went back.
So if you were to be, let's say, if you were given a chance at taking charge of, okay, it'll give you an option. If you were given a chance to take charge of either BMW or Proton, all right, be the CEO.
Proton.
Okay, why and what you gonna do?
Firstly, everyone in charge of the current cars and they're building it, sack.
Okay.
All sack. Lovely severance, go do your own thing.
What about Geely?
Geely, Chinese, right?
Yeah.
Chinese. Go back.
Okay.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Okay.
Goodbye. So what I would do is immediately I would ask every single guy that's a boffin in front of the computer to search for 5 heavyweight tuners in Malaysia. Like full-on heavyweight. Nobody screws around with them.
Okay.
1,000, 2,000 horses. Draft them in. Ask them to make a 4-cylinder naturally aspirated or turbocharged that goes up to 250 horses. Front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, up to you, as long as you get the driving dynamics down. And make Proton great again. How long you want to sit in the 100 horsepower, 140 horsepower range, 150 horsepower range? 30 years ago already, Toyota was doing that, lah. Join us, in 2025. 200 horsepower, 225 horsepower. Malaysians will not buy BMW already. They won't buy Mercedes already. They'll be proud to own their own car.
I'll sell off my Honda.
See, you see.
Yeah.
and something that looks as good as a Putra, but modern day, right?
Yeah.
So is the Putra the best Proton car ever?
It's really up there. Really up there. But I would say
What's
the
the
best.
Juara. No.
For you, I want a headband.
It's kind of cute. Yeah.
Tiara.
Honestly, for me, the top would be the Satria GTI.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's one.
Yeah.
Two Putra.
Putra.
Two Putra, because Putra is a bit more of a long distance cruiser. It's a bit more of a long distance. Usually, you still can take
Yeah.
mind bending corners with a Putra.
Yes.
But with a GTI, you're like, let's. The Putra, you're like, what shall we buy for brunch today? Because I have a Putra.
I have a soft spot for Putra. Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I have a soft spot for 800 horsepower Putras.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna do with Proton if you. Yeah. Yeah. If you, and if you have a message for BMW instead, what?
Listen to your fans. Listen to the people that buy the BMWs that are no more in production.
How's the market for the BMWs that are no more in production?
Oh, lovely. Blossoming.
Oh, okay.
Meaning the E46, the E36, the not the F10, the E60 is a big following now.
Yeah, I've seen
E60 is a huge following.
resurgence of E60s. And
Yeah.
I regret selling mine, but
Yeah. So that's coming back. E39s are coming. E39s are as rare as I would say probably any Alfa Romeo you see nowadays.
Yeah, I
E39s?
really like the E39s
Yeah.
actually. They are
It's the one car that no matter how long time passes on, how much faster cars get, I would still stick with an E39.
yeah, it's a very gorgeous car.
You know,
Actually, it's a very
it's like if you have a 530, 235 horses, 10 years down the road, average cars are 250 horses. All right, I'll just remap it. You're right up to 260. 10 years later, cars up to 350. I'll supercharge it. You're up there. 10 years later, cars are already at 500. All right, I'll plonk in a V8. Done. So as long as you get the chassis you love, I would say just uprooting the power plant is the only thing you need to do.
true, very true.
Is there like a high demand, or is there like I mean, car culture? I mean that there is a very substantial amount of car culture out there, but is the whole like what Prakash mentioned earlier, the BMW resurgence, is this something new, or is it something that it's been there for long periods of time, but only now it's being like fleshed out?
Meaning?
Like for,
Expand a bit more.
like example, like let's say everyone is now like you're saying that's like people like they are restoring their cars. and all this kind of stuff, right?
All right.
So prior to that, was there anything like this, or is it like just recently, or is it because it's an after effect?
It has been going on since 2008, 2007. I would say that cult following of the classics has kept blossoming bigger and bigger. It's more and more now because now if you go for any BMW event, like as long as it's BMW Fest, thousands, and not G30s and G20s, it's E34s, E36s, E31s,
Yeah.
E30s, E63s, E64s.
Yeah.
So, by the way, the E is the proper designation for BMWs. You know why? E stands for, if I'm saying it correctly, Erflingstung. That means development in German.
Development, yeah.
So I ask you now, after E, F,
Fail.
G, gone. So F and G, what's the designation?
I was never.
E means designation.
Yeah, I was never
Not this-
interested in the
Oh.
Fs. When they came out, I was like, nice looking.
I
but,
saw the F. I said F.
Yeah, it's nothing like what we used to get though.
Yeah, really not. Really not.
Okay, there's another question. Like, okay, let's say we're talking about traditional car culture, right? This whole restoration, this whole thing about traditional cars, maintenance of vintage cars and all that. Is there like a very negative or dirty little secret that's into it? Like, that's as comparable. Like, for example, someone who drives an EV would say, hey, this is why we don't drive all your old cars, man. This is what y'all do. Y'all are being snobbish. Y'all are wasting an environment and all that. Is there something like that in reality? And even though there is like that kind of an perception or that kind of a fact out there, how do you
Spin it.
How do you spin it, and how do you accept it? I mean, are you aware of it?
So the EV guy is telling me, hey, you have to check this, you have to do that. I'm just driving, man. Is that it? Well, okay. Let's break it down man to man. What makes glass? Sand.
Sand.
High pressurized, high temperature sand that gets pressurized and heated so high that it molds, it morphs to glass.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a man's life, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you have everything handed to you easy.
Mm. Yeah.
So I'll stick on that point because you don't have to check your water, you don't have to check this, you don't have to check that, you don't have to check this. So you're driving like any other woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'll just say, okay, fine, you cannot check anything, you just drive. Like, example, like my wife does. She gets into a car, she drives. Or would you want to be a man's man that I have a feeling I need to check my coolant today?
What if one day you for emergency you suddenly had to drive a Saga at the side? Yeah, you at least have the skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you know what to look out for.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked that nowadays you can take your license without a manual.
Yeah.
Hey, in the mic.
I saw. I actually just took my motorbike license. Congrats to me.
Yes.
And I saw the cars there. They were driving auto. I mean, the auto, and I was shocked because we all obviously we learned manual, and I was like,
Again, back to sand, glass,
yeah,
pressure. So that one, I'm still shocked on it because worst case, you are not going to be given an automatic.
Yeah.
Worst case
Worst
is a
case.
manual.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be given the worst case. Now you can choose. Would you like to sign up for auto or manual? Automatic. Thank you. I left one nut at home. So automatic. Can for me. Yeah. Please, lah, madam. Please. Ayo. Hi. Crazy.
Okay, there's another question.
Mm.
In your opinion, right, what do you think is the most dumbest technology in cars? Like, this technology is like totally redundant. It's so stupid. Why do they enforce it in cars? Do you have something like that?
Night
in your mind?
vision. Night vision for S classes and the 8 series and the 7 series. I'm like, what you trying to see at night? La? Two guys boinking at the side of the road in the dark. Or what?
it came out quite some time ago.
Yeah,
right?
it came out on the 220.
Yeah, early
Back then.
Yeah, I seen that before. I was like, I don't.
That optional extra at that time for the 220 was 12 or 13,000
Yes.
ringgit additional on top of your berjuta price tag.
Used to be. I think Volvo's selling point was that at one point or so, something like that.
Yeah. At one point, the selling point was a seatbelt.
I mean, that is a brilliant invention, lah. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
but not the night vision.
Yeah. I would say that is the dumbest because it's just a gimmick.
Mm.
Yeah, true.
You know, your phone also got night vision. Why would I need it on my car? And if my car has night vision, that means it has another set of modules,
Another set of modules.
another set of sensors to tell me if there's a buffoon in the front.
Mm.
So it's just extra to go wrong.
Yeah.
Why?
More Christmas lights.
More Christmas lights. So whole year long you are festive, not just December. January to December you are festive.
Christmas in May.
It's Christmas time. Zabag on.
What about on the flip side, though? The best tech that you can think of?
Oh, best tech I would say is that's a good one. Best tech, I would still say individual throttle bodies.
Individual throttle bodies.
Yes. Because I would want to hug and bow down to the man that said, one throttle body not enough. We shall have 3 more for 4-cylinder. 6-cylinder, we shall have 6. I would bow down to him and hug him for actually saying, why not we put 6? Screw all of them, put 6. Mercedes 1, Audi 1, we put 6. So I would say, individual throttle bodies is God's gift to man.
That's actually awesome. Yeah. So okay. Coming to an end, what's your advice for car lovers, those who are looking for BMWs and all that for restoration? Forget about the ones who are buying the new ones.
Okay. Firstly, find a model that you love. That's number 1. Find a model you love. Second, get a 6-cylinder or a V8. Please do not waste time with a 4-cylinder. You know, you need to buy BMW's greatest hits. Don't buy Site B. Part B, side B, behind the cassette, the side B. Don't buy that. You buy side A, 6-cylinder or V8. Next, figure out the budget you want to spend. Because remember, these cars, the older they get, the better they hold their price, the better they hold their value. Because, as I said, you picked a good BMW in the first place. So once you got those three down, then you got to find the right guy. Willkommen sind Meinheim. So yeah, once you find the right guy to do it for you, time. Time is the biggest factor because I've had projects with me for 5 years, 4 years in restoration.
Wow. Right.
All because, I can't get a miserable seal for the crankshaft in the front.
Ah, okay.
All because I can't get a sunroof rubber. So the car can't go out yet because water will just come in like, Vaira holes.
Potong kereta to the rescue lah.
Yeah. But that's also the thing. They
Smart lah.
only have parts up to 2004 now.
Okay.
2003 earliest. So if you want anything older than that, like any 36, 30, 34, 39, 32, 38, 3,
Yeah.
5, 7, eBay is your friend. Or getting into this WhatsApp groups. They're the best because sometimes these guys might be just having, bro, I have Shriek cams just lying in my store. Bro, I have a set of Alpina rims in my store. Bro, the crankshaft I have here is for S50 B32. I just want to let it go. So that's an M3 crankshaft that's just sitting around.
It's a community.
Yeah, it is the community that actually helps us out a lot.
Okay.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, then I think it's been a good conversation.
Yes, very good. We can go on for another 6 hours, but you all might sleep.
Yeah. And in saying all that, first of all, we need to thank Gerald from Rev Cut and also Mo. I think for now, we can invite Mo and probably you can just hand out something that you wanted to give, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why don't we bring out Mo here and at the same time just
Let's do
yes.
personality thing,
a personality thing?
car thing or something like that.
Oh yeah, later on, that's after,
Yeah.
So anyways, I think there's something that Gerald wants to present
So
us.
I didn't want to come empty-handed.
Okay.
So I was like, no, for both you chaps, I shall get you all a zesty beverage.
Okay, thank you so much for this.
Completely, it's a zesty beverage like Sprite or 7-Up.
It's Ribena.
Right, Bina?
Ribena, oh nice.
Ribena.
I love Ribena. And-
Water to Ribena.
Thank you so much, especially to Gerald and also Mo. Both of them have been very, very helpful and also kind to us in terms of reaching out to them. And I think most
Because we drive in cars that run by engines, not
Yeah.
EV.
yes, correct. And then
Kapchai.
Kapchai now as well, right? Correct. And in saying all that, thank you so much for giving all your time and watching this episode. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Moving on, we'll be bringing more episodes for you. And as always, you can follow us on all our socials and also for Rev Cut, our
So you
guest
will
for
put on the socials as well.
for our guest for tonight and today, whatever. Lah.
Yeah.
So in saying all that, thank you so much.
So much.
And we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.